For the purpose of this assignment, we were to create 3 12 by 12 by 1 inch forms to demonstrate 3 different types of concrete: a typical batch, pervious, and self-consolidating. This is our spreadsheet, and what we did here was look at each individual type of concrete. We took our research from Schuyler and Coates and distinguished between a typical batch, pervious, and self-consolidating concrete mix. For the typical batch, we took the 1-2-3 ratio and calculated our volumes, and for that particular volume of form we calculated how much cement, coarse aggregate, and fine aggregate we would need along with water. For pervious concrete, we had to do a bit more research to figure out exactly what we would need and exactly what ratios we would need. For our self-consolidating concrete mix, we found that it was just Quickcrete, so it was already mixed with our admixtures and our aggregates.
We are now measuring our concrete for the regular concrete batch, and that's the water. We have a pound of water, and then the rest. We are now measuring the coarse aggregate, and alright, we are now measuring out the sand for the conventional concrete. We are about to mix all of the ingredients for the conventional concrete in this. Sorry.
Why don't you go ahead and start?
We are now adding the coarse aggregate to our mix. We mixed up. Alright, we have mixed our conventional concrete and we are ready to pour it into the mold. For our conventional concrete, Sean is now vibrating it with a hammer to get the air bubbles out of it. We have weighed the cement mix for the pervious concrete mix, and we are about to weigh the sand and the water. We are now measuring out the fine aggregate, the sand for the pervious concrete. We are measuring out 8.86 pounds of coarse aggregate for the pervious concrete.
Okay, so now we are pouring the coarse aggregate into the mix. As you can see right now, it's looking very rocky. So this is the desired effect.
Okay, we have mixed together our pervious concrete and we are about to pour it into the form. Alright, this is our group batch of the self-consolidating concrete. We're mixing together. We are now filling our self-consolidating concrete mold with the code and filling it with the concrete.
Probably about 30 minutes and then it starts to not act.
Alright, overview. Here we have our conventional concrete. and our pervious concrete, and then we just poured our self-consolidating concrete. So now we are taking the forms off. This is our conventional concrete. This is our pervious concrete we're taking the forms off of now. Okay, for this side, we have gotten the side of the form off, but the cove is still in there, consolidating. Alright, after much trouble, we got it out of the form, the self-consolidating one.
We are now demonstrating pouring water, attempting to pour water through our pervious concrete.
In conclusion, what we found was the typical batch was smooth and relatively strong, we assume. Our pervious concrete batch here didn't exactly work, but we think that's because of the difference in aggregate sizes. Here we have the self-consolidating concrete. As you can see here, we had air pockets form, but it's supposed to be self-consolidating to solve that problem, so we don't really know what happened there.